very good evening and welcome to Biz First Review 360. Joining us on our program this evening is Mr. Balasubramaniam. He's an Additional Secretary at the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. A very good evening and welcome to the show, sir.
Very good evening, Mr. Benedict. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity in MTV.
Definitely, and we hope that this discussion will be a productive one. So getting right to it, amidst all this political crisis, the Ministry of Industry and Commerce is, of course, a very important ministry in the country. As you were speaking with me before in the year 2012, from then on, you have contributed to about 30% of the annual GDP here in the country, and that is a massive contribution. So first things first, I would like to ask you, what are the most recent projects initiated by the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, especially in your area of purview, industrial estates?
Yes, that of course, I am in charge for the industrial development. Under my purview, the all industrial estates. At present, about 29 industrial estates are running all over the island. Especially for industrial estates, from the Ministry of Industries, from the government side, especially we are providing the infrastructure facilities for the investors. The investors means maybe foreign investors or
local investors.
The industrial estate is help for the investors to find the land, even the suitable land. If the industrial estate cluster basis, the investor get all the services related to industrial sector, they can get it in one place that they from the industrial estates. Out of this 29 industrial estate, now we are proposed to establish about 5 industrial estate. That is in Kaluthura district is Horana, and eastern side, eastern province Trincomalee, and northern Mannar and Manthai. And very big industrial estate, the presently proposed His Excellency to establish the industrial estate in Kankesan-Ture. It consists of 330 acres. Already Cabinet has been granted the approval to establish the industrial estate. In the first phase, we are going to establish 100 acres. It will be started from 2019. Now it is in the process.
So it's very important when we speak about development in the country, the development of the north and the east. Now these two areas are two areas that haven't been touched for about 30 years due to the ongoing war. What are the development initiatives done by the Ministry of Industry and Commerce in these areas specifically?
Yes, Ministry of Industries recently committed much to develop northern province and eastern province, directed by His Excellency recently. Under the chairmanship of His Excellency, now the task force has been fixed. The task force is monitored each development activities carrying out in the northern east province, and they are expecting to expedite those projects within 1 or 2 years. So during last 30 years, most of the factories closed down due to the war situation, especially in the north. Kankesan-Ture cement factory, Parantan chemicals, those are the factories. In the eastern side, if we take paper factory Walachena, one of the bigger press printing institute in the eastern province. In the eastern province and the northern province, closed down factories. Now all the directions given by His Excellency, accordingly our ministry is initiated to re-establish, to reorganize those factories in future.
So the factories that were there once before, the same factory will be reorganized under your ministry, of course.
Yes, already initiated the steps to reorganize, but we are finding the investors. investors may be local or foreign or joint venture. Especially we are giving the priority for the joint venture.
Local and international.
Local and international.
So when it comes to investment, that has been a much discussed topic here in Sri Lanka, bringing in foreign direct investment. How far successful has the Ministry of Industry and Commerce been in attracting foreign direct investment?
Yeah, most of the foreign investments are coming through the BOI, Board of Investment.
Okay.
Rather than BOI, through our ministries, also some foreign investments are now already invested. The foreign investors, they also facing some difficulties to fulfill their requirements or services. They are facing difficulties because we don't have in the one-stop service. We don't have.
The procedural barriers are too big.
They want to go several places. More procedures, outdated procedures.
Okay.
So now the Ministry of Industries suggested to eliminate those processes. We are trying to put up one place to provide all services related to the investors or industries to fulfill their requirement, and we make easy to them to get the service and initiate their business within the short period.
Now, of course, when it comes to industries and product manufacturing, quality and standard is a key element in these products and all that. And recently we saw, especially in certain industries, when quality was put at question, certain international countries came ahead and said, stop, we're not going to import from your country if your products are not up to quality and standard. As the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, have you taken any steps to ensure that the product manufacturing industry in the country is up to a certain standard?
Yes, I agree with you, Mr. Benedict. Standard and quality, that is very important to exports, not only exports for the local consumption. If you take the food, that beverages, it is necessary. In a part of Ministry of Industries, took certain steps to ensure the quality and standards. At present, the standards are providing, ensured by the SLSI, Sri Lanka Standard Institute, that's coming under Ministry of Science and Technology. They are providing not for all products, certain products, they are providing the standards. So accordingly they are. This is the huge problem. We are exporters also facing the problem to export their products. Local consumers also, we are facing the problem to select which is the best, which is the good quality. So that also a problem. Even to select our food and beverages. So at present, the Ministry of Industries and Commerce already committed to initiate some works to ensure those quality. And I can say one, we already initiated to put up a food laboratory.
Okay.
In the Industrial Development Board. The Industrial Development Board, before reshuffle, recently reshuffled the ministries
the cabinet.
recently. Then before that, Industrial Development Board under the purview of the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. At the moment, it has
been reassigned.
Yeah, assigned to the Trade and Commerce, I think, at the moment. But anyhow, that project is implementing now. That food laboratory already, I think 50% of the works completed. That is going on. We can able to complete during this year.
During this year as in 2018 or 2019?
Yeah, that we can complete it during this year.
By the end of 2019?
End of 2019, because already we spent about 56 million for that. That laboratory is designed equal to international, provide international standards and qualities. There is a big achievement to protect the quality and standard Sri Lankan products. There's, and another thing I remember for the cosmetics. The cosmetics sector is facing huge problem. For facial creams. They are importing, we don't know who is
various
the manufacturer.
Brands.
There is no label. Very recently some incidents also occurred. That some of them go to the beauty parlor and use the face
certain
creams,
injections
yeah.
Some of them resulted in deaths.
Yes, because of the quality, ensure the quality and these things. Now the Ministry of Industry joining with the University of Colombo establishing a laboratory to ensure the quality and the standards for cosmetic sector.
So we will get back to the discussion on quality and standard of the production here in the country after this short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching BizFirst Review 360. Welcome back. You're watching BizFirst Review 360. We're in discussion with Mr. Balasubramaniam. He's an additional secretary at the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. Getting back to our discussions on the topic of quality and standard, which is a very important aspect in the production industry here in Sri Lanka. You were speaking about quality and standard assurances that are given by the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. You can continue on your discussion.
Yes, Mr. Benedict, that I already told you some of the steps taken by our ministry for the food and beverages and cosmetics. Likewise, we initiated to ensure the standards and quality for the kitchen appliances and kitchen utensils and home appliances, even electrical equipments. Now, one of the company, I think Alumex, Alumex, they are producing the aluminium products and they are exporting also. We visit there, we negotiate with them and coordinate with SLSI, Sri Lanka Standard Institute, and they also agreed to come forward to manufacture with some standards that will be provided them by the SLSI. That standards we are expecting equal to the international standards. Likewise for the electrical appliances, especially extension cords and plugs. So those are now identified as a very inferior quality. So
here, the ones that are being produced here in Sri Lanka?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, not all, but
a very few.
Yeah, because some of the manufacturers are manufacturing well, with well quality and their standards. But some of them are manufacturing inferior quality, and at the same time they are importing from China and other countries a very inferior quality, and those items are in the market. But when we are importing those items and locally manufacturing those items are coming to the market, but if we go and buy, if we see, sometime there is no labels, no standards. We can't identify who is the manufacturer. What some of the things are that how long, how we want to use the particular product. Instructions. No instructions. Nothing. So these are the problem facing by this sector. For the electrical appliances and electrical products, we already fixed the standards and the quality through the our SLSI already informed to the particular manufacturers to implement according to the standard and quality. Now the manufacturers of the electrical appliances, they ask a grace period to ensure those things. But Ministry also, I think it is positive to give a grace period for them at least 1 year to come up to that standard.
Further speaking about, I'd like to direct your attention towards the rubber industry here in this country. It's a very important industry. And you were speaking with me before and you said that the Ministry of Industry and Commerce initiated a program where they took a delegation of certain representatives from rubber manufacturing and plastic manufacturing companies here in Sri Lanka. How far successful was your trip to South Africa?
Oh, very recently, the Minister of Industries, initially it was organized to participate in the exhibition, the Complast exhibition, that is an international exhibition organized by the Indian company. Those company has visited Sri Lanka. They identified the potential of the rubber sector, rubber and plastic sector. After that, they have invited rubber and plastic sector manufacturers to attend the
conference,
Complast exhibition. So after that, we select suitable manufacturers and the company, those are involved with the rubber sector, and we selected about 8 companies come forward to participate the exhibition. So then the ministry is supporting them about 50% of the stall fee and 50% of the airfare.
Okay.
So they have participated last 13 to 15 November last week participated. After that, we coordinated all the activities through the Embassy of Sri Lanka in South Africa. This time I want to thank Ambassador of Sri Lanka in South Africa, Kumar Mallimarachi. He is very helpful. He is from the beginnings. He is provided all the assistance, and especially he arranged through the South African Embassy by a meeting.
Okay.
In South Africa. About 55 business and industrialists were participated in that meeting with these 7 companies.
So this is in addition to the exhibition that you were participating in?
Yes, yes.
The High Commissioner of South Africa, the Sri Lankan High Commissioner in South Africa, did take the initiative to organize business-to-business meetups.
Yeah.
Of course, it seems as if your visit to South Africa has been highly productive. We will cross over for a short commercial break, and on the other side, we will discuss the outcome of the delegation's visit to South Africa. Do stay tuned. You're watching BizFirst Review 360. Welcome back. This is BizFirst Review 360. Before the break, we were discussing about a visit organized by the Ministry of Industry and Commerce with a group of Sri Lankan businesses, representatives of Sri Lankan rubber and plastic industry businesses, that you did travel to South Africa. What were the outcome of your visit to South Africa? What happened afterwards? Were the business-to-business meetings productive? What was the outcome like?
Yes, I want to tell in this time it was very successful because this is the first time Ministry of Industry organized such a delegation with the financial assistance of the ministry. This is the first time. Our secretary at that time, our minister also supported for this maximum. So therefore it was success. The first thing, these 8 companies, they brought some samples to South Africa, especially roof tiles, plastic roof tiles, automobile plastic and rubber spares, and some other, all are
plastic and rubber products.
They brought to the exhibition and the B2B meeting. After that, that 55 industrialists and business persons from the South Africa, they discussed with this company nearly 4 or 5 hours meeting. It was very successful, 5 hours meeting, and it is surprised one big contract on the particular day given to the Sri Lankan company. That is in Botswana, to fencing about 3,000 or 5,000 acres of land. That is already, I think, commenced the work. Likewise, Eslon company private limited, they also got some contract to export South Africa the plastic tiles. That also in the process.
Okay.
Some other queries, about 48 business queries we received. 25 queries are under negotiation. So we are following now. Definitely it will success at least 10 business contract, 10 investment contract. Yesterday I received through email, they are interesting to find the investors from Sri Lanka to storage, fuel and distribution.
Okay.
So that also, no, we went for the exhibition only plastic and rubber, but we got some business contracts and investment opportunities, some other product also, for even for tea.
Okay, so this was a highly successful visit. Has the Ministry of Industry and Commerce taken steps to organize any other visits, including, of course, with Sri Lankan companies to any other countries and any other international conferences?
Yes, that is depends. Since that previous South African visit was success, I feel we can organize some for another countries with some other sectors, not only plastics, some other sectors, manufacturers, they can go and participate in the B2B. This is for success of this visit, I want to highlight that one also, because some of the exhibition organized and participate the manufacturers only, it is not success.
Okay.
Because just went, participated, show them and come back. But this trip is not like that. Because from the ministry, we three officials are went with them.
Okay.
From the Embassy of Sri Lanka, High Commission of Sri Lanka, First Secretary, Ambassador, some other official from the embassy, they also, throughout the program, exhibition, whole day in the B2B meeting, they also
were there.
In the exhibition hall, we organized a stall, Minister of Industry and Commerce.
Okay.
We are not exhibit anything. Only thing that some of the manufacturers or business community come and discuss with the manufacturers and ask some question. How can we can import this thing? What are the procedures? Yes. Then immediately that particular company direct, there is the Ministry of Industries, officials are there. You can get all the information from them. Okay. So immediately they come to us and ask some question. What is that? If the government of Sri Lanka, Minister of Industry and Commerce, if we give some assurance, we are behind the manufacturers. So without any scare, any fear, you go ahead.
They will come and invest.
Yes, that side embassy, this side we are Minister of Industry and Commerce. So they don't have any scared
issues of trust
to initiate the trust. So this is the very success. We will build up a trust in between South Africa and Sri Lanka. So I think in future this will be get good results.
So what was mainly instrumental in you building up all this trust is the collaboration between the Ministry of Commerce and Industry and Commerce and also the Sri Lankan Embassy in South Africa and also the private sector. Am I right when I say that?
Yes, yes.
And so future plans of the Ministry of Industry and Commerce in quite a short time period, because our program is almost drawing to a close.
That investment, since we are handling the industrial estate, now we are going to expand our industrial estate in Kankesan, north and east especially. So that is 330 acres, in Parantan 150 acres. So huge investment potential is here. But finding the investors in local and the foreign, that is a difficult task.
Okay.
So now the Ministry of Industry, especially my division, Industrial Development Division, we propose to put up a marketing and publicity
division.
The division.
Okay.
Because without that we can't improve investment. We can't invite investment.
You can't reach out to the investors.
We can't attract them. That role must be taken in future. So put up a publicity and marketing
division.
Yes. Our opportunity is what? we want to
identify
publish
and attract the investors.
what are the opportunities,
exactly,
what are the assistance we can provide. So we want to put up the unit first, and through that we want to implement to attract the foreign and local investors in future.
Exactly, and I must state on this program that the efforts and the measures that you have taken on behalf of the Ministry of Industry and Commerce are indeed commendable. Thank you very much, Mr. Balasubramanian, for joining us.
Much.
And yes, of course, we would like to have you on another show some other time maybe. And thank you very much to all our viewers out there for tuning in to TV1. That's a wrap of BizFirst Review 360. Take care and God bless.